Imagine standing in a field somewhere in rural America at midnight in the middle of October. There are no streetlights, no buildings on the horizon. The only sound is wind moving through dry grass and the occasional murmur of conversation from a small group of people who have driven hours to be here. Each of them is standing beside a telescope, some of them taller than a person, all of them pointed upward at a sky so thick with stars, it looks almost unreal. They are not here for any event or deadline. Nobody is paying them to be here. They came because the sky opened up tonight and they knew, the way they always know, that this was a night worth driving for. Before we go deeper, we welcome you to Truly American, a home for patriotic screen junkies established right here in God's green internet. Hit subscribe if you love America. This is amateur astronomy in America, and the people who practice it have been keeping their eyes on the sky long before any space agency existed to make it official. To understand how deep this tradition runs, you have to go back to before the country was fully formed. Amateur observation of the heavens in America predates professional astronomy here by a significant stretch. Farmers tracked the stars for planting seasons. Sailors used them for navigation across open ocean. Ordinary citizens with homemade instruments pointed at the sky documented what they found with the same seriousness that professional scientists applied to their laboratories. The line between amateur and professional barely existed in those early years because most of the professionals had started exactly the same way, standing outside at night with a hand-built instrument, looking up and carefully writing down what they saw. That tradition never stopped. It simply organized itself. Amateur astronomy clubs began forming across America in the late 19th and early 20th centuries as telescopes became more accessible and the community of dedicated observers grew large enough to find each other. They built observatories. They established dark sky sites on private land, negotiated agreements with rural landowners, and created meeting places away from city light that members could access on clear nights throughout the year. They developed training programs for beginners and mentorship networks for people moving into serious observation. The infrastructure they built was entirely voluntary, funded by dues and donations and the donated labor of people who simply believed the sky was worth protecting access to. The contributions that community has made to actual science are not small. Amateur astronomers in America have discovered comets, tracked near-Earth asteroids, documented variable stars across decades of consistent observation, and contributed data to professional research programs that rely specifically on the geographic distribution and availability of amateur observers to cover sky areas that no single professional facility can monitor continuously. NASA and major university astronomy programs maintain formal relationships with amateur networks precisely because what dedicated civilians can accomplish with modern equipment and disciplined observation has become impossible to dismiss or replicate through any other means. But the science is not what most members will mention first when you ask them why they come out. What they will tell you about is the first time they saw Saturn's rings, the moment a fuzzy smear in the eyepiece resolved, with the right magnification on the right night, into the unmistakable shape of a planet surrounded by a ring system so perfectly strange it looks like something that should not exist. Or the first time they found the Andromeda Galaxy, a faint smudge to the naked eye in a truly dark sky that turns out to be 2 trillion stars at 2.5 million light-years distance, the farthest thing a human being can see without any equipment at all. These moments hit people hard, and they do not fade. Members of clubs that have been meeting for decades describe their first clear view of something specific, the way other people describe the moments that permanently changed how they understood their own lives. The clubs that have survived for generations are built entirely on that feeling. They meet in church parking lots and school fields to share equipment before driving out together. They pass down telescopes between generations of members like family heirlooms. They spend hours helping a newcomer find one object, just one, because they know from experience that one is always enough. The person who finds their first globular cluster on a Tuesday night in a field in Ohio is likely to be there the following Tuesday, and the Tuesday after that, for the next 30 years. Nobody knows exactly how many clear nights America loses to light pollution each year, but the number keeps growing. The clubs that remain are fighting for every dark site they can find, negotiating with county governments and private landowners, driving further out each decade as the glow on the horizon pushes further into what used to be genuine darkness. But on the nights when the sky cooperates and the sight is far enough from anything bright, they are still out there. Somewhere in America tonight, in a field that most people have never heard of, a group of people is standing in the dark, looking up. They have been doing this for a very long time, and they are nowhere near done yet.